Hello, welcome to my channel. This is my Dare to Win save with Blackburn Rovers. We're currently in a Premiership. We so-so start. Usual thing, we seem to be picking up lots of injuries again, not sure why. All niggly little things that just interrupt the first team and cause problems. And since you were with us at the start of the season, first two games, we laboured to wins in both games, let's be honest. We didn't dominate. Both games, there were sending-offs that could have affected the result. We rallied quite well against Southampton, actually, with going a man down. You remember I wasn't happy with that. Burnley won all away. Should have won it. Really should have won it. We were the better team. We just didn't take our chances. Picked up an injury. Changed the game. Put it that way. And then Liverpool, we were lucky to come away with Liverpool. They were far better than us. And Arsenal, we didn't turn up. You can see by the ratings. I got to the Emirates and I was on my own. There was no team behind me. Not quite sure why. So we've got quite an interesting Champions League draw. We're here today to play Shaktar. And I'm not sure whether to do the Chelsea or the PS, but I think we're going to make it a Champions League special. We'll do the Shaktar and the PSV games. We've also drawn Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Sarajevo, OAL, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. If we're not in a good place by here, I would say we're in. This is a draw that should see us getting into the first round of 16, as I call it. There's 2 rounds of 16, isn't there now, because 8 get a bye. I'd be surprised. I'm hoping we can beat Shaktar today. We'll find out. If we don't, then it could be a tough old Champions League season. Bayern and Inter are going to be difficult, but Sarajevo and OAL, I'm guessing we should get results there. So we want 2 wins here. Whatever we can get out of those, 2 wins there, and then hopefully it's all done and dusted by the time we've got to go to Barcelona and bring Atletico Madrid home. So that's the plan. I forgot. There's been quite a bit of transfer move. That's another reason we're back. Okay, it's not been great for us as a side. We've lost Hansen. He wanted to go. I'm in my camera so you can see it. Crystal Palace made a £53 million bid for him. I had to accept it because he was up for sale because he wanted to play for a bigger team, Crystal Palace. He didn't really want to chat to him, but he thought he'd see what they'd offered him and he left. 53 million. And then Bayern came in and offered me 56 overall for Lucas Furlan-Dortmund, who hasn't been happy for a season or more. So he's gone as well. So we raked in £90 million and we promptly went and spent it. Alright, so all of these guys, Andy Harwood and Eduardo you knew about. I just signed Matteo Mocchi. Okay, he's cover for midfield left. He's the future to replace Hansen. Okay, he looks like he's got some good stats there if he develops nicely. Couldn't resist this guy when he was offered to me by an agent. Potentially he's going to slot straight in now and do something for us. And he's already, he's made an appearance. Not great, but the team didn't turn up, so it's hard to judge him on that alone. And I've broke the transfer record for this guy here. Centre-half replacement. Wonder kid. Absolutely. He was knocking on my door at 5 a.m. asking to sign. He was so excited about coming to us that maybe I threw a bit of caution to the wind and spent an awful lot of money on him. As you can see, I spent 75 million on a player that hasn't really done a great deal yet. But looking at his stats, he should come and do a job for us, shouldn't he? I'm hoping. So we will see anyway. I'm hoping he's going to be one of my better centre-halves going forward. That's where we're at with that. So like I said, this week we've picked up a few injuries. As you can see, I'm struggling already for not just a starting 11. Oh, and yeah, I've had to leave Teklik and Joel out of the squad. They're not happy. Didn't have enough space for them. Didn't have enough English players. And basically, they got the drop and they weren't happy. So I've promised them they'd go in the second round and then I'll upset somebody else and say it was a clerical error and see how it goes. But as you can see, I'm really struggling for fit players at the minute. I've got Bitshab who's injured, so I'm not even going to take him. And this is the story of this save. Blackburn Rovers, I don't know what it is. I've hired more physios. I don't get involved in the training at all now. I used to add little bits and pieces in it I wanted them to do. And as you can see, my team is in pieces. How long is he out now? He's out for another 10 days and 3 weeks. It's just, this is the first Champions League game of the save and I can hardly field 11 players. It is a concern. Rayner's not going to play. He's injured, or not fit rather. He's not injured. Rayner can come out. So we've got a patched up team. It's going to be Nikolic in goal. Ellison, Quatiru, Pelilo. This has to work. These are 2 short ass centre halves. So Ferrello at left back. Then we've got Lavino Menino and Eduardo, the new guy, in midfield. Ebert out wide left, Ruiz wide right, and Almada up front. So it is a patched up side. There isn't really. I could maybe play a land there in the midfield for his experience, but I'll bring him on half time if need be. See how this guy does. He needs playing time to settle in. And yeah, it's not looking great at the minute, guys. Player-wise, I thought we had a good, strong side, and 5 injuries has totally decimated us. Worst case here has to be a draw, doesn't it? I mean, really, Shaktar, I would guess, is one of those teams that we should be beating if we seriously want to progress to the next round of the Champions League. And I wasn't going to come back this early, but then I thought it's the first Champions League game of the save, so I've got to show it, haven't I? And there's some good play starting off there. Almada, nice bit of play to pick that loose pass up. Plays it into Ruiz. I'm hoping we can see a bit of a better performance today, and not a great pass over the top there. But yeah, Arsenal game was woeful to watch. I mean, if Arsenal hadn't wasted so many chances, mind, we were looking at a right hammering, and there we are, first goal of the Champions League for Blackburn in this save. 1-0 up away from home. But yeah, Blackburn squandered so many chances in the first half. We could have been dead and buried. 5-6, 7-0. We just didn't turn up. And you know what I get, like, I'm sat here with my bottom lip on the floor, like, really big soul con because of it. But we rallied and held on 0-0, and I thought we might do alright, but they deserve the win. And this is a much better performance. Menino, I'm just checking then that I hadn't been talking through a disallowed goal. Eduardo plays it in as his advanced playmaker, and what a finish by Almada. He is starting to get the goals this season. This is the first season he's actually playing and scoring goals, so he struggled to keep his place simply because there was no goal return from, and Ebert got it well there to win that ball. Eduardo again, and a long range shot. I was hoping that was going to nestle in a top corner a little bit. Sheffield Wednesday-esque, like the dive-in header in the last seconds of extra time yesterday. That's how far ahead I am for you, because I'm going on holiday, so I've got to get ahead. So I'm sort of trying to make 2 videos a day for the next 10 days to cover the 10 days I'm away. So 20 days I've got to do it, so, but with work as well. Anyway, enough about this. We're here for the football, nothing else. Menino plays it square to Eduardo. Getting shot, loops up into the air after deflection. It looks like they're going to get in. They're very slack on the ball. And Menino scores an absolute cracking curler with his left foot for the edge of the box. And this Shaktar side look a mess, don't they? I'm quite impressed that we're 2-0 up, 35 minutes gone. A shot, long range shot from Eduardo. Poor header. Well, no, it wasn't a bad header, but then Yilmaz just stood on the ball and let us take it off him, and Menino said thank you very much, this is going in the net, and it did. What a cracking strike. So we're 2-0 up, 42 minutes gone, we're approaching half time. I'm impressed. I'm going to praise the guys before half time, see if I can get a little bit of green going on there. And Lavino tackling back there, doing what he does. He plays that position in front of the back four lovely when he's on form. And here we go, Menino's through again. Can we make this 3-0 and put this to bed before the end of the break? And we have! And this one, because they did get under each other's feet a little bit, I'm hoping that Almada didn't interfere and that the goal is going to count. I'm pretty sure it is, because they did. Menino's definitely onside, but then when it gets like this, I was a little bit where Almada was offside, but Menino, he wasn't interfering with play, so that's great. Ooh, bit of a let off. But 3-0. Oh, what a start to the Champions League. After the way we played at Arsenal, whether it was pre-Champions League nerves or what, I don't know. I don't know if the game's that in-depth with it, but what a start. With a patched-up team as well. But wow, didn't see this coming, guys. Didn't see this coming at all, but I'm more than happy. Menino back from injury. Well, no, suspension. He can play in this. I think he's still serving a suspension in the league. And that's... I thought that was 4 then. 3-0. As you can see, we're winning. I'm happy. And I'm buzzing. So... But we are playing some lovely football here. Almada through. Can he do anything with this? He's beat his defender. I think he's got it to Eduardo. Oh, and the keeper didn't get a touch on that to push it wide. Eduardo's looking a good signing as well, I must say. He slotted in very nicely. I'm well impressed with him. And I do worry when we lose players, because I do tend to stick with my players. I don't chop and change too much, or I don't think I do anyway. You know, a lot of these players have been with us 3, 4, 5 seasons. It's not like we're constantly changing all of the players. But I do worry when players leave and new ones come in. I got that wrong, sorry guys. I'm going to bring Eduardo off, but then swap those two around. And we're really struggling for players here. I'm going to have to rotate to try and keep some guys fit. I want to get Ruiz off, bring Reina on. He's not 100%, and if we can get Harewood on, that'll be the 5. We're 3 up with 15 minutes to go, so we should be able to see this through now by changing it around a bit, trying to keep our shape. But I think we've really shown the quality of the Premiership against other leagues here. I was expecting Shaktar to be, they're one of those teams, aren't they? I know they're not really ever doing a lot, but I think he's offside. I'm not sure with the distance from the defender, and it doesn't matter anyway with finishing skills like that. He could be offside every day of the week, or onside even. And there's Watson then with a cross into the box, back post. Kratiru, shortest centre half in the world. Apologies for that, guys. I had a bit of a technical issue with the camera, deciding it didn't want to connect to the computer, so you didn't miss anything. I tried to pause it as quick as I can, so there might be a chunk missing, but we've just gone 4-0 up, so it's all good still. Not really sure what happened there. The camera died. Just noticed that I'd frozen in the corner, and I hope it wasn't like that for too long and you just saw me there not saying a lot, and I didn't check that the mic's still working, but I'm hoping it is. And that's a cracking finish by Almada for his second goal of the game. Clearly onside. I don't know why they do this, but lovely little finish there. So yeah, 4-0 away from home. First game of the Champions League for this save, and I'm quite chuffed with that. We played well. We were solid throughout. I don't think we gave them much of a look in. And yeah, 4-0. Third in the league. Let's hope we can stay there for sure. You know, it'd be nice. I'm expected to be in around here somewhere. It would be nice to qualify as the first season in the Champions League. I think we are a good team. I've got to be honest, this is the important bit, because I didn't show you, did I, but where I went on a bit of a spending spree. I didn't spend all my transfer budget, but I have put the club in debt a little bit, which is not like me, to be honest, but we're doing okay overall. So we just wait and see what happens, isn't it? Now today then we're going to be playing PSV away from home. Since you were last with us, we've had a Carabao Cup game and a couple of league games. It's been a bit mixed match. So you've seen a 4-0 win against Shaktar. We then laboured to a 3-2 win against Stoke. Totally played Chelsea off the pitch and nearly lost it. Man City just handed our butts to us on a silver platter. Really did. Totally played us off the park. We had a bit of a consolation goal at the end, but you can see by the stats, other than the goalkeeper, disappointed. We didn't turn up, and it's a bit of a worry now, because that's two with the Arsenal game. That's 2 big away games in a league that we've played, and we just haven't shown up. So we will see. So anyway, PSV away today in the Champions League. Fortunately, we haven't had any more injuries. We've got players coming back from injury, although Callum I just come back and he's picked up an injury, but that was probably because I played him for too long in the last game. A little bit better than we were last time, because last time we didn't hardly have a team. Joe was playing absolutely brilliant in the league, by the way. He scored a cracking goal against Chelsea to win the game. So the team's pretty much unchanged. This seems to be the team that's working for us at the moment. So you've got Nicolik in goal, Edson Bichiabu, Pilelo and Ferrello across the back 4, Lavino, Menino and Eduardo as our central midfield 3. Eduardo's doing quite well here, but I will be putting Trifkovic back in as soon as he's fit. Ebert and Ruiz makeshift out wide at the moment. We haven't got either of our players that we want to be playing out there playing, and Almada up front, who is scoring goals but also making mistakes that are costing us goals. I am aware that a lot of it is down to this. New players, new positions, that they're not up to speed with the tactics. So of course I haven't got a full squad anyway, because I don't meet the English criteria for the game. I don't have any. I've been trying to buy English defenders and whatnot this season in the transfer window, and I just still don't have enough homegrown and whatnot, and that's a problem with buying all the top talent from abroad. But we get there. It'll come together. So yeah, PSV away. PSV lost their first game, I'm guessing because they're 30th, I think, in the league, so after one game. And yeah, if we play like we can, from what I've seen, we should be way too good for this side. So And we're passing the ball around nicely. And I knew we were in trouble with Man City because we had a lot of highlights started with us with the ball in our penalty box as a free kick or whatever. And we'd play it out a bit, 5 or 10 passes, and then we'd tap it to Haaland. Haaland is a beast still. I mean, what are we? This is a 10th season, and that was a good goal, by the way. I didn't miss it. But Haaland is an absolute beast still. And this is nice play between the new guys. Ebert through into Almada in the middle again, and nice little finish with the inside of his left boot into the bottom corner. I have to be honest as well, the centre-half I brought that I was a little bit worried about, Pelelo, he hasn't put a foot wrong yet. He's playing absolutely fantastic for us. So, Menino to the back post, Bichiabu's up there and he's going to score that all day. Absolutely fantastic goal. Leaping at the back post like a salmon, and we're 2-0 up, and that's 18 minutes gone. That's quite comfortable for this game. And that's a good start. This is a start we wanted to our Champions League challenge. I think we got Liverpool on the horizon, not in the Champions League, in the Premier. So we have got some tough games coming. The away game at Chelsea, I wasn't expecting to beat them in the Carabao Cup, but we played really well. We did turn up for that, which sort of makes a mockery of us not turning up for the big games in the league. So, and that's a lovely bit of play by Lavino. He's really coming well. And Menino back to Ruiz. Ruiz, lovely ball into... Oh, and Eduardo's unlucky there. That's my midfield, advanced playmaking midfielder there. Getting into the box. He has scored a couple of goals for us this season already. And we're second in the Champions League after 2 games. Didn't see that coming. And that's a good header clear. Then we just stand there. Lavino's read the pass and picks a ball up. And I'm out to stay on side here. He's picked out Albert. And Albert just gives the ball back. Disappointed with Ebert. He's covering out wide, and I've got to be honest, I've been absolutely appalling performances. And Menino picks the ball up. Can he get it through? Edward, again, I think Almada might have been offside. It's irrelevant anyway. The shot was very tame. Yeah, Ebert's been, although he's shown a 7.5 with the assist, but overall, his overall play hasn't been great with his stats, I have to be honest. And we've absolutely annihilated them, haven't we? This should be straightforward. See the game out now. I mean, unless we shoot ourselves in the foot, we shouldn't lose this now. Second half, I would like a couple more goals just to give us that buffer for when we do play the better teams. And over the top there, Ebert's making a run in. Can he get another assist here? Back to Eduardo. And I thought that was going to ripple in the corner there, which it did, but the corner flag, not the corner of the net. So that's a good ball in behind, but Lavino is doing his job as a defensive midfielder and covering for the back four. Big ball over the top, and he's misjudged the header there. Almada should really have read that and been on it. Long ball over the top there. They've won that one, but Ferriola's picked it up this time, and that's some nice defending so far by the team. Sweeping it up. Ellerton, Menino, a lovely ball out to Ru, and he took that well and beat his defender. Eduardo over the top. I thought Almada was offside. Back to Ebert, who's put it over the bar, so it's irrelevant. And it was given as offside by the look of that. So this is a bit... Well, it's totally us, isn't it? But it's a little bit worried that it's still only 2-0. And Ruiz did well there, and we played it in behind for Almada, but forced him out wide. It was the wrong ball, really. If he can deliver, Ferrioli... Lavino chips it. Always hit the post. I don't think the keeper saved that. I think it hit the post. We're keeping the pressure on. We really are pushing for this third goal. And it's a lovely performance away from home in the Champions League again. Almada, Eduardo, and he can score from there, and he does this time. He drives it into the back of the net. That's only his second goal. I'm surprised. I thought he'd scored more, but maybe in pre-season and that he'd hit a few, which... But he's looking a good sign in advanced playmaker. I've gone away from the Mazzal, as I said, and I'm looking to get the playmaking going a little bit more, I think. And I took a wicked deflection, but I don't care. That's 3-0. That makes the game comfortable, I believe. I'm actually going to praise the guys now because that is a good performance so far. And Lavino's doing well. And that's, sorry, Eduardo again. Ebert picked out a lovely ball, and Eduardo again. Ruiz on the back post. know it's a bobbling about in there. Oh, how did they keep that out? Oh man, I should really have applied the finish there instead of just blasting it. But then again, it came to him in an instant, didn't it? There's Lavino, a lovely ball. I tell you what, Lavino, I'm well chuffed with him at the moment. Playing really well for us. 55 minutes gone, 3-0 up. I think if we could get another one, I'd start rotating the best players out to give them a rest. But I know this game and 3-0 isn't a lot. 3-0 can be 3-3 in 2 minutes. It really can. So we're looking quite fit at the moment. Coming up to the hour gone. Another corner from Menino, and Ebert at the back post. Won the header at the near post. Keeper managed to parry it, but only down to Ebert's foot, and I think that's going to open. Eduardo's coming off. I want to get what they land on. I'm going to rest Lavino. I want to put Ruiz back up front, and we'll give Reina a run out, just to try and get a bit of playing time. So that's 3 subs on the hour, rotating out our better players, giving some of our fringe players the chance. Bitshiabu won that header again, didn't he? But keeper made the save. And yeah, 4-0. There's nothing to this European game, is there? It's a good effort, I suppose, near post. I'd like to think we had enough about us to let him win that ball there. And we're 72. I want to get Quatero on. I want to start getting him into form. So we bring Bitshiabu out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got one more. Coach can come on for Ellison. And that's it. So we just need to see this game out now. I'm going to praise the guys again. So yeah, 79 minutes gone. We've made all our substitutions. Let's keep a tab on everything. But this is a cracking first 2 games in Europe. Another sub I'd like to take Menino off, but we don't have one. Quatero, Reina. Lovely ball out to Ebert here. Nods it back down to Watson. Bit of a hospital ball there, but they got the rebounds dropped to Ruiz. And Ebert's got his hat trick. No, he's given it. The referee's run away. I'm sure that's a hat trick for Ebert, even though I was slagging him off at the start of the game. Obviously I need to do that more often. And yeah, lovely opportunity finish there. Making it 5-0 on the night. Absolutely fantastic. I know it's 2 goals and an assist. Can't complain with that, guys, can we, eh? Outstretched arms, well done, lads. And let's have a look at this league table. After 2 games, we're top of the table. Wasn't expecting that. That's the first part of this European season completed as we would have liked. I'll just get that out of the way and then we'll look at the schedule ready for the next instalment. Bayern's the biggest side. I think I'm probably going to do the Bayern game and the Inter game, and then we'll miss the Sarajevo and all games. Hope you've enjoyed the episode, guys. It's been great fun making it, and like I said, our form is a little bit off and on at the moment, but yeah, if you've enjoyed it, leave us a like, don't forget to drop a subscription, and we'll see you soon. You take care. Bye bye.